The truth is that everything is hidden in plain sight. In fact, if you listen closely to this video, you're not only going to get out of it with a mental epiphany, but you're also going to break through. So listen up. The undeniable truth, as per how this universe operates, has been in front of you your whole life. Now, of course, I'm not the one blaming you for it, because from the moment of your birth, it was basically coded in your DNA that you were going to follow a specific roadmap, a specific blueprint in the form of a mental prison. Now, you see, the issue that we see more and more in this society is that everyone talks about breaking outside, breaking through. I will break free. But only a very little amount of people realizes that in order to break outside, you must first gain awareness of the fact that you are inside. You are inside of something. A system. It is a system. You're inside of a system. You cannot break outside of something that you're not first aware of being in. Otherwise, you'll go on your entire life trying to break out of one thing, which is the unknown. So we must first be able to look around. Look at the inevitable truth. Look at the walls of this prison that you're in. Look outside the window. What do you see? Do you think that it's normal that while you work 365 days a year, that's over 2,000 working hours of your life, of hard work on your feet, do you think that it's normal that I'm able to make the same amount of money as you in a day? Do you think it's normal? Do you think it's a coincidence? Do you think it's luck? Now, of course, if you ask the average person, what is the reason of that? They'll tell you one thing. They'll tell you it's luck. It's luck. It's heritage. It's nothing, right? But keep in mind that this is what the averages would say, what 99% of this society would say. But do you know what the 1% would say? And I really mean, right, the 1%, right? We're not talking about your 18-year-old neighbor that's driving his parents' Mercedes. I'm talking about the real 1%, right? I'm talking about the ones who are a threat and a real menace to the rest of human beings in every single field of human endeavor. This is the 1%. That's what I'm talking about. So here is step number 1 into turning absolutely everything into gold. You must first realize that everything around us is energy. From the wall, right, that is behind me, to myself, me as a human being, right? And I'll tell you this, there isn't a large difference from an energetic standpoint between me and the wall that's behind me. There's not a big difference. And now, of course, there are 2 reasons as per why this even matters. Number 1, when fear comes along in your life and you attract circumstances that you're not too happy about, okay? Breathe. Breathe. You need to start breathing. Breathe and understand that it's nothing else but something that has been attracted to you. So it's simple. Instead of losing your mind, understand and remind yourself that this world operates by cause and effect. And if this came to you, it's because you asked for it. You see, that's exactly where we throw people that victimizes themselves out the window. Everything is your fault. Everything. Make this shit personal, okay? Number 2, I want you to start analyzing pretty much basic human interactions, okay? And understand that 2 human connecting together isn't far different than a human connected or getting attracted with his desires. There's not a big difference. Both are one thing. Both are energetic interactions. If you understand, listen carefully, if you understand how one person gets attracted to the other, then you can also understand how a desire can be attracted to someone and not a million others. Which leads me to step number 2 of turning everything into gold. The future, unfortunately, my friend, does not exist. This person, right, that you've got in mind, this idol that you want to become, he does not exist. That person might exist, in fact, right, in some sort of quantum realm, okay, that's fine, but it doesn't mean that this person is going to come to you. You must go to them. You must understand that the reason you're not where you want to be yet is because when you look at yourself in the mirror, life isn't about shouting millions of affirmations, right? Stating that you're fantastic, but instead, looking at yourself in the mirror in pure and complete silence and having the essence of your confidence behind the numerous undeniable proofs that you're becoming who you want to become, basically constantly radiating outside of your body, right? Right now, in this present moment. Not in the future person that you might become, but the truth, who you are right now, the undeniable facts. Which leads us to step number 3, which states that your subconscious mind will always manifest in abundance who it thinks that you are, day in and day out. Who it thinks that you are. So here's a daily practice now, a daily practice that I want you to incorporate in your life. You must have multiple breaks throughout your day, which allows you to stop for a second and ask yourself, am I in agreement? And am I satisfied with the fact that I will continuously manifest more of the person and the being that I am being right now? Do I like who I am right now? You see, the reason that we need to calibrate ourselves and to put ourselves back in place is because we subconsciously believe that there is already this perfect being and version of ourselves created somewhere, which comes back to step number 2, right? You need to constantly remind yourself that you are just a statue, basically sculpting itself. You need to constantly drop your ego and adapt and transform and evolve now. There's no one in the future that's going to come get you. That future being does not exist. You need to evolve now. The art of manifesting and turning yourself into a greater being is about evolving right now. From the moment that you do exactly what I'm telling you, you will be in a position where every single night you'll find yourself being a greater man than the one who first awakened in the morning. Now, do you know what happens when you reach this level? As this world is nothing more but energetic interactions, you start to create energetic momentum. What I just gave you, my people, through those 3 steps is a blueprint that will naturally allow you to master both the energetic part of yourself and the robotic part of yourself, which is everything in regards to execution. Now, if you were to try and vividly imagine the rules, right, of the energetic and robotic self, it'll probably look a little bit like this. Let me explain. Imagine that you're always sitting in a room, right, like myself, and life keeps knocking at the door in the form of circumstances. Number 1, we're both going to agree that you must first get up and you must first open that door, right? You must get up and out of your chair and open the door. The act of getting up towards the door is the robotic part of yourself. It's this voice inside of you telling you to execute. Number 2, the quality of the circumstances that are behind this door is in direct correlation with your energetic self, which attracts. The reason now as per why people fail while also working very, very hard, which is a question that every single human beings ask themselves, is because they are unaware of the energetic part of their world. Or if they are, they chose to say that it's simply, voodoo, right? Like they say, because they're instructed by the wrong people or people who claim that they know what they're talking about, but they're simply not outside of their grandmother's basement. Nonetheless, they fail miserably and get tremendously outperformed by guys like myself in every single field. Now, you might say, of course, that this isn't fair, right? He who works should always get rewarded. That's what we get taught. And that's true, right? That might work and that might be the way that things goes in your corporate office, but not under the laws of nature. Life does not care about you at all. You must first work, yes, but then build a series of undeniable facts and evidences, reminders as well, of course, that you are the man that you want to become in mind and body, which will create a burning fire and sensation inside of you, that you are deserving of it all. He who's able to master his energetic and robotic self through the 3 steps that has been given will be able to continuously welcome gold into their lives every single time that they execute and opens that door. And as always, I'll be waiting for you at the top.